how's it going? My name's Jon Maclennan and I'm here with GuitarControl.com. Hope you're having a great day, and we're looking at a classic tune today called Fire by Jimi Hendrix. And of course Hendrix, one of my favorite guitar players of all time, and this is a really cool tune. I'm going to break it down for you. We've got some octaves up front, then we're going to do some classic kind of Hendrix chords with fills in between. So be sure to click the link below so you can get the tab that goes along with this video lesson. That's really going to help you out along the way. And we're going to zoom in and break down each section. Here we go. I always wonder if, Hendrix, when he was writing this, if he was influenced by, sort of a jazz approach, like maybe Kenny Burrell or Wes Montgomery, because to me it almost sounds like it could be, a kind of Wes Montgomery lick or something with the octaves. But anyway, you're going to start out with your first finger here on the 11th fret of the 5th string. And you're going to make an octave. So if you're not sure what an octave is, basically what it means is this note, and then I'm going to play the same note name, 12 notes higher. So the way that you do that is you skip a string, and then you go over 1 fret to 13 on the 3rd string. So I've got 11 on the 5th string, and then 13 on the 3rd string. Now the trick is playing those notes but muting every other string. So how I do that is my first finger comes up just enough to touch this string to mute it. Then I'm playing the note on the 5th string. Then it's arcing over and muting the note in between the 2 pitches that I'm playing. Then I play this note, and then the first finger again right here, this part, covers the 1st and 2nd strings. So I end up being able to really dig in and strum, but you're only going to hear the notes that I want you to hear, and that's what you want to do, is build that into your playing. So 11 and 13, and then you drop it down 1 fret. 10 and 12, and then you slide off of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's a, an up-tempo rock groove, and we're starting a pickup on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? Then you take that same shape, you put your first finger on the 5th string, 8th fret. And then again an octave. And just a side note, octaves are great for determining the notes on the fretboard. So maybe you're not familiar, like one thing you want to know, do you know the names of all the notes all over the whole guitar? This can help you with that. Like let's say you know that this note at the 3rd fret is G. Well, then you can make an octave, and now you know that that note is G. You see? So let's say I said, well, what note is this? You think, well, I don't know, gee, that's going to take me a while to figure that out. But maybe you know the notes on the 5th string, so what you do is make an octave, and oh, now I know that note's a D because I'm at the 5th fret there. So it's a little device that you can use. Of course, you use it in jazz. Wes Montgomery might play something like, and the Foo Fighters might do something like, and play octaves like that, so it's in rock as well, and of course Hendrix. So anyway, good thing to know, octaves. So picking it back up here, I'm on the 8th fret and the 10th. Strum that, and I slide up to 10, 12, and then I bring it up 1 string, and I'm on 10 on the 6th string, and 12 on the 4th string. So that second part of the phrase would go 4 and 1 and you slide off. Lots of slides on this. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Then we lead in with this pickup, starting with your third finger on the 12th fret, 5th string. And that would be 12, 10, 12, 12. And you're walking up to the note D, which is what key we're in. Okay? So the whole intro is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and walk it up, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Now dig this, baby. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And then it's like, you don't care for me. Then you're into the verse. And for the verse, you just keep repeating that same thing. Care for me, care about that. New groove, hot. I'd like to learn that. I've only want a burning desire. So it's 4 times there for the verse, and then we're leading into the chorus. Let's jump into some of these burning hot rhythms on the chorus here for fire. Coming out of the verse, we're doing the figure, and he sings, let me stand next to your fire, and then there's this lead-in that goes like this. So what that lead-in is taking your third finger, sliding into 12, and this is right on the word, fire. Let me stand next to your, let's see, yeah, so I guess it's 3 there, so. Okay, so I'm going to take my third finger, I'm going to slide into 12, then I'm going to use my first finger to play the 10th fret 3 times. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, now the second half of the measure, take note of this because we're going to use this a lot in the chorus. It goes like this: slide to 14, 12, 14, pull off to 12, 14. And that sounds like this. So it's. Okay? So, stand next to your. Then we're using these classic Hendrix chords, and again, Hendrix used his thumb a lot, so I encourage you to try and copy it this way. You could try and play it with bar chords, but it's just not going to sound right. So this is the best way to do it. So you've got your thumb on the 10th fret, and then you put your other 3 fingers like this, starting on the 2nd string, 10th fret. You're going to line them up 1, 2, 3, just all diagonal across. 10, 11, 12. So that's how Hendrix would play this chord. He would convert to thumb. And immediately you get, one, you free up your pinky so you can do embellishments to the chord, but you also get a fatter tone using your thumb than just. It sounds bigger with the thumb. It's subtle, but if you experiment with it, you'll like the sounds you're getting. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what I did there was I used my thumb. I'm playing the chord first, the kind of bass notes or an octave even. Bass note, and then you hit the rest of the chord on a D chord. And I will bar, by the way, to get the first finger there on this 10th fret melody. And then you've got this little add the pinky on, which makes this chord a D add 9, which Hendrix used this add 9 shape all the time, using a little wing, castles made of sand. Okay, then you take it off, just back to the normal D, and you move down a whole step to a C chord. You bring the whole chord down and put your pinky on C add 9. So that measure slowly is. How sweet is that? Okay, so leading in. Then we tag it with that lead-in riff that I mentioned a second ago. I told you to take notice of that one. That's the 14th fret, 12, 14 pull off to 12, 14. So 3 and 4 E and then we're back to our theme. One of the things I love about Hendrix's rhythm playing, it's almost like you're taking a solo. I mean, it's so hip. You know, he'll take a chord progression that really, this chord progression is D to C, and he turns it into... And then on the 4th time, he goes back to the verse theme, which is... So that's 12, 10, 12, and then you put your thumb to make the octave, which is what I do. I mean, you could do it like that, but again, the more thumb, the better. So the whole chorus is, you know, coming out of the verse. Let me stand next to your... Don't forget to click the link below so you can get the tabs that goes with this video lesson. Let's take a look at the bridge now. Coming out of the 2nd chorus, we're playing... a C add 9 chord. And then we're going to move up a whole step, and I just like to play power chords at this point, which would be 10, 12. If you want, you can put the extra 12 on there, but sometimes I'll just do 2 notes. This is the "Ah, move over, Rover, let Jimmy take over." Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So this is the little transition before the guitar solo. I guess you could call it the bridge. And I've got whole notes just ringing out 10 and 12, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then you bring it down 2 frets to C, 8 and 10. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then bring it down 3 frets to the 5th fret. 5, 7. Then back up to C. And then you're into the solo. So I had an interesting thought. You know, Hendrix using his thumb so much. I wouldn't doubt if he played power chords with his thumb like this. 3, 4. See how fat that sounds? 3, 4. And then maybe he'll grab the other notes. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2. Just to get a really fat sound. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video lesson inspires you to keep practicing and learning more songs on guitar. It really is a lot of fun. And if you want more information, click on the annotation on your screen, or the iCard if you're on mobile. And you can check out some of the courses available from guitarcontrol.com. Alright, well, I'm Jon Maclennan. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video lesson.